Good morning, y'all. Domino 7 here. Past 8 o'clock. Okay. All right, y'all. Today marks 20 years since Hurricane Katrina. Okay. Yes, indeed, y'all. 20 whole years. Yeah. It was a scared moment for me, you know. And not only just a scared moment for me, a scared moment for everybody that's in the New Orleans area. And Biloxi, Florida, Miami, Florida, I should say, you know. Well, or parts of Florida, probably. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, to be honest with y'all, I didn't know them hurricanes was going, them levees was going to break, you know. I didn't know them levees was going to breach at all, to be honest with y'all. Yeah, some people say they done blew up them levees, you know. So maybe that was the case. Who knows? Okay. And somebody say they heard a big boom, you know, in a night war somewhere, you know. And then another levee breached. Then another. Okay. I think somewhere about a Mirabeau Apartments. If the Garden District. No, not the Garden District. I'm talking about in that area, like around St. Anthony or something. You know, the water was so high in them apartments, though. You know, I'm talking about the Fillmore Park apartments, the old ones, where you used to be called the Mirabeau Apartments. You know, so I mean, it was a scared moment for everybody. And, you know, I spoke to my friend Ranisha, you know. She said she been on top of her roof for 16 days. 16 days? No food, no water? Didn't haven't bathed? Oh, my goodness. You know something? I want to tell y'all something. At that time, me and Ranisha wasn't talking. You know, I was mad at her for what she did to me, though. Okay? So I mean, I should have put my differences aside and went to try to find her some way somehow, or try to contact her some way somehow. You know, all I kept thinking about, I thought about her truthfully, but after surviving, I kind of thought about what she did to me and stuff. You know, I should have thought about bad memories though. You know, when my mama gave me her number, well, in Dallas, my mama gave me Ranisha's number. Well, Ranisha gave my mama her number for me to call her, but for some reason I didn't call her. You know, so technically I didn't know what the hell she was going through. She was going through worse than I have. You know, the reason why it's worse than I have, because outside on top of a roof for 16 days, oh my God. What the hell have I done? What the hell have I done? You know? Well, I'm going to let y'all know, some people wasn't sleeping in a bed and stuff like that, but I don't know how long I was on that third floor in this apartment. Luckily, the water didn't rise that high in the St. Bernard, you know. Brock didn't understand, say water go down, water go down. Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping for that water to go down, you know. But nobody can rescue us. They say, we'll come back for you, we'll come back for you. Nobody came back for us. Until 3 days later, I guess. Luckily, we slept in a bed, you know. We was in a bed, thank God, inside, but it was still a problem. It was hot as hell in that apartment. You know, it wasn't our apartment though. My grandmother's apartment was on the first floor. Imagine if my grandmother would have still been living on that second floor on Gibson. Imagine that. We all would have been in there. Yeah. Well, the good news to my knowledge, Gwendolyn was safe. She was out of town when Hurricane Katrina hit us. I kind of wonder whatever happened with Tanika. Tanika Ware. Yeah, I was also concerned for Jasmine. Jasmine West, Jasmine Villegas, Leslie Woods, people like that. Yeah, I was concerned for almost everybody. I should have been concerned for my worst enemies too, because I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I wouldn't even wish that on my worst enemy. So, I mean, I want to tell you, I was mad at my friend for a long time. After dispute, but I'm not gonna air it on national TV because this video is going on Facebook as well. This is going on Facebook and Instagram. Not just on YouTube though. Okay. Today marks 20 years since Hurricane Katrina, but this video is not going on TikTok. Well, TikTok, it's kind of obvious right now. But I rather YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram mostly. At least. What about at least? Yeah, but anyway, my friend Randy was out here, but he wasn't in his house. My grandmother, his grandmother and his grandfather was still at the house, stranded on the roof, I assume. Thank God they got out alive. See how God works though. It was a catastrophe, a tragedy, you name it. You name what the hell it was. A tragedy, a catastrophe, you name it. I mean, it was a devastating moment. It was really a devastating moment. Not just for me, for everybody. People stranded at that Superdome for days. My family was there too. Yes, indeed. My family was there too. So much bad things been going on. I mean, I was hoping we would go to the Superdome, but God didn't want us at that Superdome. Me, my mama, my brother, and my grandmother. It was four of us, I do believe. Yeah. Then I see so many people on that stretcher. Even my auntie's ex next door neighbor, Missy Lane Williams. May she rest in peace. I heard she passed away after Katrina. So she in a better place though. Oh God. So anyway, y'all. What I want to say. All right. So I just couldn't think straight, y'all. I really couldn't think straight, ladies and gentlemen. Well, a lot of people lost their lives during Katrina. Scattered everywhere. Here, there, everywhere. Deonk, if you're watching this, where were you? Did you evacuate it for Katrina before it hit us, or you were stuck out here? Well, if you're watching this, I want to know. So some of my friends was little, Some of my people was little, My niece wasn't born, And Layla, Samaria, Deidre, and Layla, and Blossom, they were born after Katrina, right after Katrina. They didn't have a chance to experience Hurricane Katrina, I wish I could have told Samaria about Hurricane Katrina, but Samaria wasn't even born, okay? So what happened was we got on that helicopter, I thought he was in Baton Rouge. All that time we was in Metairie. I don't know if it was Causeway or Clearview or something like that. I don't know if it was Causeway or Clearview. You know, I ain't know much of nothing about Metairie a long time ago. Even though I've been in Metairie before about a few times. You know, so we got on the helicopter, landed in Metairie. Then we wound up in Thibodaux, Louisiana. We stood there for a week until my family came from the country. I forgot my cousin's name. Jeez. Yeah, we wound up going to Vacherie, Louisiana. You know, got in contact with Akivia. You know. Well, anyway, as I was saying, y'all, what I was talking about. Oh yeah, we was in Vacherie, Louisiana. We spent one night in Vacherie, Louisiana, and the next day, my cousin Elton came got us. You know, thank you, Elton. You know, if you're watching this though, okay. All right, Elton came got us, brought us way to Dallas, Texas. You know, spent a month in Dallas. I mean, I ain't like Dallas at first. But I started loving Dallas, you know. I got comfortable there, you know. So my mama told me that she seen Ranisha, I think in Walmart, and Ranisha gave my mama her number to give to me. Unfortunately, I ain't even call her. I shoulda, you know. I mean, it was my fault. I shouldn't have just you know, whatever I'm trying to say though. You know. So, yep. Then we spent the month in Dallas. Then we wound up in New Iberia. You know. Spent 7 years in New Iberia. I loved it out there. I didn't start making new friends until I got in contact with Randy and Dwayne. So as soon as I got in contact with Randy, that's when I started making new friends. You know, in New Iberia. Okay. So, met Scotty, met who else? Scotty, some other people and stuff like that, you know. Okay. Yeah. Met a lot more people. Then I got in contact with Dwayne. I was surprised for the life of me. I was extremely surprised that I got in contact with Randy. I was surprised that I got in contact with Dwayne. I thought he stood in that house where he was living at in the night wall. I thought he drowned. I'm like, oh my God, where's Dwayne at? I need to talk to him. Magically, I think it was around October, something like that. No. Well, October, summer 2006 or something like that I heard from Dwayne, you know. Yeah. I heard from Randy like in November, if I'm not mistaken, you know. God is good all the time, y'all. The Lord is good all the time, you know. Yep. Instead of holding that grudge to Radisha, I should have gave him my number, you know. Maybe we would have spent time together. Maybe I would have invited her to New Iberia or something like that, you know. Stuck in my old ways, you know. The reason why I was stuck in my old ways because it was trauma, you know. Anger, frustration, everything, you know. But I should have let that shit go, you know. I should have let that shit go, you know. Thinking that she was still the same, you know. I should have let that shit go, to be honest with y'all, though, because it wouldn't have been that much conflict, you know. It sure wouldn't have, you know. Okay. Dumpsters back. All right. So that's all I'm gonna say, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. All right. I hope this upload on Instagram and Facebook, but it's definitely going on YouTube. All right. Thank y'all for watching. All right. Bye.